Hello, my name is John, and today we'll be reading President Trump's Tweets. In a War with the Media, The Tweets Sting by Daniel Gallington, Washington Times, July 17th, 2017. Daniel Gallington writes about national security, and he actually did it for many years at senior levels. I admit I'm a real fan of President Trump's tweets. It's an uncensored, uninhibited, and direct way for him to react and communicate his take on daily events. Even though his lawyers may cringe and wish he wouldn't tweet, it has changed forever the natural order of things in Washington D.C., a city forever in love with itself. More importantly, Mr. Trump's tweets give us a near real-time view of things, bypassing the heretofore exclusive filter and political spin of the New York and Washington media, and they hate him for it. Why? It's really simple. He had the audacity to compete with them and has essentially said, you say that you are reporters, but you're really in show business. Because I've also been in show business, I know exactly what you're up to, and we'll see who wins at it. In the process, he has brought down their credibility to the point that they are less popular than the Congress, if you can imagine it. They show their hate for him every day. Here's Susan B. showing her hate. In most every newspaper and on most every TV news network, and they're increasingly vicious. Cheap shot after cheap shot. They can't help themselves, really. Ironically, their clucking reactions about non-issues have also become a continuous source of corroboration to many that they are way left of middle America, however that is defined. We have even seen proof that they realize this, the recent CNN scandal, and still they can't help themselves. The definition of middle America was radically changed by the results of the 2016 presidential election, which moved pivotal red states to blue. The media is still in total shock. Just as the media got it wrong about the election, they got it wrong about taking on the Donald on the media stage. In fact, he has taken their stage away from them. How? It's really a battle over ratings, money, ego, and relevancy. And so far, Mr. Trump is winning in all categories. Let's look at each. Ratings. In the Look at Me category, the conservative Drudge Report is way up, and the New York Times and Washington Post are way down. Wounded liberals have clustered around their chief clucker, MSNBC's Rachel Maddow, who is so far left of reality many watch her for laughs. Money. Major network news readers are paid millions, mostly to recite whatever they have been given by their 27-year-old know-nothings, a term coined by President Obama's chief news manipulator Ben Rhodes, shown here, who used them to set up echo chambers for his spins. But they are simply empty suits, and we all know it, doing their best or worst impression of Ron Burgundy. Remember Lion Brian? These guys are essentially doing infomercials, and Mr. Trump is way beyond needing any of them, as Mr. Obama did, to get his message out. This and their plummeting ratings reduces their value, and the networks are in a panic. They should be, and it will only get worse for them. $20 million for a lying newsreader? Ego. It's all about ego in Washington, D.C. The president has taken the mic away from both the media and Congress, and many senators are as mad at him as the media is. This is a me town, and you could see the contempt in the eyes of some senators as they take their vicious swats at Mr. Trump. And all they get on the evening news anymore is a rude soundbite taken in a congressional tunnel set up with a softball question from some equally irrelevant network congressional correspondent. Relevancy. The short answer is that Mr. Trump has hooked into the way millions, actually billions of people communicate today, and has much fewer of us depending on the media for information. Add the media's obsession with putting a political spin on the news, and we have another reason not to believe them. Have you noticed that most everything on TV and other media sources sounds like and reads like an op-ed? What happened to simple news reporting? Everyone on TV now is a political or national affairs analyst, whether they ever had a real job of any consequence in government or not. Most have not. They are broadcasters and start their careers as local news hacks. Their most pressing goal is to get as much airtime as possible. In short, they are actors. Mr. Trump's tweets have them all reading his lines, however, and they hate him for it. Where does all this end, or does it? My take is that it doesn't end, and Mr. Trump continues to beat the tar out of the media with his tweets. Just look at the leverage he has. He gets up early, reads a selected summary of things, looks at a montage of TV reports, and then types out a few words that get immediate and worldwide attention. In fact, several other world leaders have begun to tweet as well, and for the same reasons. The key word here is leverage, and Mr. Trump's tweets give him most of it to him in his war with the media. His best tweet ever? By far it's the whole idea of fake news. And now we all know what that means. It's what the media does. This video is a production of the School of the White Crane. My name is John Brooker, and you can reach me through commentary on this video or through my Gmail listed here. Please share this video with family and friends and on social media. May God richly bless you.